Hi everybody. Hello, it's Bree. Excuse me. All right, part 2 of my training for you. I'm gonna give it just a minute, see if anybody wants to hop on live, but this will be available on replay, and I'm also going to upload it to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk, so yesterday's video was about finding your why, determination, digging really deep and figuring out what you want, what are your goals, why are you doing this, and therefore tearing down any barricades that you have in your mind. The only thing that will prevent you from finding the success that you want is yourself. That's it. That's it. I've heard so many, lots of different things like, oh, this is what's going wrong. Oh, this is what's going wrong. Nobody comments on my posts. Nobody does this, nobody that, but that's not true. It's you. And this is why personal development is so big. So after I signed up with Younique and I found my why, that night I found my why. I knew my why going in. I knew what I wanted to do. That determination was there. Now what the heck do I do? Now I had never done any kind of network marketing or direct sales or sales at all, you guys. I was a birth doula. I was a photographer. I was a massage therapist. I had never done anything like this before. But again, I saw one of my friends have great success, and I said, if she can do that, I can do that. I want to know what it's like to not have to want for my family. I want to know what it's like to make $10,000 in 1 month. And then I was off to the races. So in between the time that I signed up and I got my kit, I primed my market. I knew that if I wanted to be successful at this, I needed a team. My #1 priority was growing my team, okay? Was recruiting. Still is. I sell makeup to reach people and to grow my team. The higher my PRS means, that means the more people I've reached, the bigger customer base I've reached, and the more parties that I have is a doorway into new markets. Okay, so from the time that I signed up to the time I got my kit, I primed my market. So I said, you guys, I've made a big decision. I'm starting a new endeavor. I'm so excited. And everybody's like, what? What is she doing? And I posted about that. And then when my kit came, I took pictures of the beautiful kit. And now you have Facebook Live. You should be going Facebook Live, opening your kit so everybody can see all of your products. They can feel your enthusiasm. Something I did from the very beginning is I was enthusiastic. That radiates, you guys. Whoa, Bree's super excited about this, because I was, and I shared that. Okay, so immediately the next day, after I signed up, even before I got my kit, I started priming my market with posts. I read all of the files. My sponsor's Amber Voigt, so I didn't have my own team page yet. All of the files in the file section, I went through all of them, and I didn't know what I was doing. I needed to know, if I'm going to do this, I need to fill my cup. I was a sponge. I was pumped. I was a sponge. I was posting. I was asking questions. I was wanting to learn all of the things, because when I grow my team, I didn't want my girls to have to search like I was searching for the answers. So I created Team Awesome. My first recruit was my little sister. Pretty much I called my dad and I made my dad buy her the kit. And my Team Awesome was born. And I created a team page right away. Now, I don't recommend that you do this. I did this because my sponsor is Amber Voigt. At that time, she had 10,000 people on her page. Her page was crazy. It was really easy to get lost on. I wanted my little sister to have all of the images that I was finding and all of the really great information that I was looking for. I wanted it to be all in one place to make it easier for her. So I created Team Awesome. I created my group page. I didn't create my group page because I needed to be the leader, right? I created the group page to make it easier for everybody who my team was growing, and I knew that their success was my success, so I wanted everything to be all in one place. I wanted to make it easy for my team. I had my launch party. I had no idea. I had never even been to an online party before, but I just did it, you guys. I just did it. I created an event. I invited everybody. I went through every single product. Again, this was before Facebook Live, so I made videos. I went through every single product and I talked about it and just information from the website. Back then, I was creating some of my own images, but mostly it was just images that I found. I was posting probably a lot. You know, I knew that I didn't want to be an annoying salesperson, right? So Amber Voigt, my sponsor, it was really preached attraction marketing. So coming in, I knew the way that I didn't want people to receive me, you know? So I use, and I still use, attraction marketing. So what that is sharing the opportunity, sharing the products in kind of a tricky way, in a way that's not spammy, in a way that's not salesy, in a very sincere, tricky way, you know? So for instance, taking a picture and not just being like, ooh, unique makeup, ooh, here's my link. I never did that. You will never really see me ever posting links, you guys, on my wall, because people see links, automatically they think sales. Nobody wants to be sold to. So I would take a picture with me and all my babies, you know, and I'm just like, can you even believe my face looks this great with kids crawling all over me all day long, you know? And everybody's like, oh my gosh. And honestly, I hadn't bought any makeup in 3 years. I know people that didn't know me as wearing makeup. So that was really impactful. They're like, oh, Brie looks good. What the heck is Brie doing? With the mascara, it was different because with mascara, we're able to take like, whoa, look at, actually I only have one eye done right now. You know, so every other post on Facebook was unique related, even if I didn't use the words unique, you know. I shared what this was doing for me and my family right away, you know, when it was just, you know, my PRS, when I wasn't even making royalties. I remember we went to the Great Wolf Lodge like 3 weeks after I started Younique, and I was able to use all of the commissions I'd earned from my launch party at the Great Wolf Lodge to take my family on vacation, and I shared the crap out of that. You know, a picture of us driving up there saying thanks to Younique, like we're able to do this, and people saw that and they were like, oh wow, she's bringing in money just like playing with makeup and having fun. I knew that I had to have parties, okay? I broke it down. How many parties a week do I need to have to make the money so I do not have to put our bills on credit cards anymore, okay? I was having my first year with Younique an average of 2 to 3 parties a week, okay? Now, my first parties suck. They weren't that great. A lot of them didn't qualify, so I had to book more. If only 1 out of every 5 parties is qualified, you better be booking 10. Do you know what I mean? To reach your goals. The more parties I had, the better I got at them. I realized what didn't work and what was really working. I never, ever, ever had a party that I didn't book another party because of, you guys. Like the ricochet effect. You know, so even if that party didn't qualify, I was booking another party because of it. And so I studied how to have parties. All of the girls that were joining my team were having parties, and we all worked on it together. Okay, this didn't work. What's this working? If we had a bum party, everybody would join the party and we would get the party moving. Parties. Now, partying isn't the same as it was 2.5 years ago, you guys. It can be trickier, but your job is to keep having them. If you don't like having parties, have home parties. But you have got to be opening the door into new network and growing your market. You have got to be reaching new people. If you are singing the same song and dance to the same 20 people, your market's gonna close. You're not gonna sell any makeup. You're not gonna grow your team. You have got to be booking parties. If your parties suck, then make them so they don't suck. Then learn how to do them. Then sit in on other people's parties. I would cross party with other networkers, you guys. I would have, you know, Norwex parties and all these other parties, and we'd party swap. So I was always having parties, and I cannot tell you how many people joined my team because of parties I had. You know, another thing that I did is the day after I signed up with Younique, I went through all of my established groups. I had started Fayetteville Natural Birth and Parenting group, 400 or 500 people in it. It was a very active group. I was the admin. Everybody knew me, and I went to the members and I made darn sure I was friends with every single one. Add friend, add friend, add friend, and friend. Now you have to be tricky doing this, you guys, because Facebook will put you in the slammer if you send out too many friend requests. So I split it up over a week, and I went through And I made sure that, I mean, everybody already knew me, that I was adding friends. I added friends. That was my priority. Amber Voigt had said, I heard on a video that she did when I was filling my cup and learning all the things, that the secret number is 2,000 friends in your friends list. Shoot for that. Add friends, add friends, add friends, add friends, add friends. I'll get you food as soon as I'm done with this, okay? I would, every single party, by the end of that party, every single invited member was friends with me. If I was going through my Facebook news feed, I would comment on every single post in my news feed. And if somebody liked my comment, I would add them as a friend immediately. I was joining new groups and I was making myself established. I wasn't going in new groups and being like, hey, I'm with Younique, you know? And I wasn't joining makeup groups either. I was joining mommy groups. I was joining baby wearing groups. I was joining Chiari malformation groups. I was, you know, organic eating groups. And I was making friends. Because growing my market was the most important thing. I'll tell you what, the day after I signed up with Younique, 2 of the friends that I added in my mass friend haul was Lauren Brooks, and Andrea Hedberg. Andrea Hedberg was a lead of mine. She's no longer with Younique. But yeah, those 2 of those girls were very, very important in my business and still are. Got me to black. Lauren Brooks is a black status presenter now under me. What if I hadn't done that? You know, so another thing that I did was I made a desk for myself. I took this business seriously. I didn't treat it as just like, oh, it's something I'm doing, you know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. No. This was my ticket. This had to work. This had to work. My ex-husband was being medically retired out of the Army and he had no intentions of getting a job. This had to work. So I took it very seriously. I made a really, really pretty desk. I had a whiteboard, so every single new person that was joining my team, I was tracking, I was making friends with, I was looking at their numbers. I was looking at all the new sub-teams that were growing in Team Awesome. I sat down at my desk, I worked, I immediately started making videos, talking to my team, knowing my team. Team Awesome is everything to me.
Oh, Mom!
Charles, I'm making a video, babe. And something about creating a desk, creating that office space made it legit in my head. No. The money I make is real. And if I want to make a lot of money with this, then I need to treat it. If I want to be a 6-figure earner, then I need to treat this business like a 6-figure job. And that's what I did. And I worked my business. I was the first one awake and I was the last one asleep. I had I still have 3 babies. Oliver, my youngest, was only 5 months old when I joined Younique. When I sat down to nurse him, I was on my phone working. As soon as my ex-husband came home, I was just like, all right, I gotta work. I was on my phone a lot, you guys, a lot. However, that sacrifice of, and I was really into like Game of Thrones and True Blood. I stopped watching. After the kids went to sleep, I didn't sit down and watch my shows. I sat down and worked my business. I took it very, very seriously. My launch party, even though looking back was like, oh my God, I would probably never have a party like that ever again. My launch party was $1,000 launch party, and all of my rewards that I got from that party, I used to buy the entire line. How can I advertise this if I don't have it? I need to be able to have home parties. I need to have the entire line. And so I kept having parties, kept booking more parties. You know, when you first start out, your PRS is everything. My first year and a half, I never had a month that my PRS was under $1,500 for the month, ever. You know, and now my PRS probably sits around 1,000, but never under that, you guys. Because that is how you open doorways to build customers and to open your market and to grow your audience. So adding friends, making friends, I mean, what is the point of really great attraction marketing and really great posts if nobody's watching? Facebook changes their algorithm all the time. If you are not commenting on other people's posts, nobody's going to see yours. So like my posts, if you look on my wall, are a mixture of unique posts and engagement posts. The more likes, comments, and shares I get on my post, the higher the algorithm is going to be. The more people that I comment on their post, they're gonna all of a sudden see my post. So if you get on Facebook and you don't comment, not just like, you guys. If you don't engage with a bunch of people, nobody's gonna see your posts. So, and Facebook changes their algorithm all the time, so you have to pay attention. You have to play with it. You have to see what posts get really great response, you know? Ask question posts. Ask questions to your people. Everybody loves to hear themselves talk. But I know that even those, you know, hey, does anybody have any great book suggestions? And everybody comments, all of those people for the next 3 or 4 days are going to see your posts. And more importantly, when I comment on people's posts, I'm telling them that I'm interested in their life. And if I'm interested in them, they're going to be interested in me. You know, there's that quote that I always post it, you guys, from How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is an amazing, amazing book. You should absolutely read it. Says you can win more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than in 2 years trying to get people interested in you. So you add value when you build relationships, period. And that's pretty much what I did my first 2 months. I promoted to pink status my first month in younique. I promoted to blue status my second month with younique. I promoted to green status my third month with younique. My fifth month with younique, I promoted to purple. No, orange, then purple, and my 8th month in younique, I hit black status, you know. So that's why my very first video was, you need to take this seriously. You need to get determined. I was willing to do whatever it took. Walls, I hit walls all the time. I had parties that didn't work. I had posts that nobody paid attention to. I had people straight up told me no, you know. I used the 3 C's to recruit, and I would build relationships with people. I would offer the opportunity to everybody I could. I put younique stickers on my car, and every time I was out of that house, I had a full face of makeup, and I was ready to pass out my cards to everybody within 3 feet of me. That's what I did, guys. That's what I did. So that's what I have for you today about my, you know, first month and a half in younique and what I did to build my market and to get myself out there. You need to be having parties, and you need to be growing market. Shoot for 2,000 people on your friends list. Look up videos on attraction marketing. I go back and watch. I talked about attraction marketing. Follow the leaders in Team Awesome. Follow Lauren Brooks. Follow Sarah Crawford. Follow Ashley McHugh. You know, follow all the elites. You are going to see attraction marketing. You're going to see them working their business, building their brand, and selling their makeup in a way that's non-spammy. People want to be friends with a person, not a product. Don't ever post your link. Not necessary. If somebody's interested in buying, you PM them, because that's more personal. You know, but you have, I knew what I didn't want to be. I knew the way that I didn't want people to perceive me, and so I didn't do that. I did something else. So you have to constantly be thinking outside of the box. But step 1, find your why and get determined. Step 2, be a sponge and just go for it. All right? All right. Part 3 tomorrow, you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.